People always ask me when I go and do these presentations, was the Civil War about slavery? I said, listen, that's a hot potato. I'm not going to answer that question. But I'll do this. You see, our country, when we wanted to be free and independent, we wrote a Declaration of Independence to tell everybody why we were doing what we were doing. Well, guess what? The states that seceded wrote declarations of secession. Please raise your hand if you have ever studied declarations of secession in school. 1, 2. If you wanted to tell, if somebody from another country came here and said, could you tell me why the United States of America revolted against Great Britain? You could easily refer them to the Declaration of Independence and say, well, it's all listed there. Those are all the grievances, right? For almost over 150 years. And by the way, you guys aren't strange because I've asked this question all over the country. Nobody has ever studied declarations of secession in school, ever. I just tell you, Uncle Tom's Cabin, nobody wants you to read, and if people don't want you to read Uncle Tom's Cabin, it's because they don't want you to know what's in it. Might make a difference, right? If we've never studied secession documents, declarations of secession in school, why do you think that would be? Because they don't want you to know what's in it. Can you imagine? We have been going around for 150 years debating the topic as to if the Civil War was about slavery or not, and I'll show you whether or not it was in a second. And nobody has ever referred to the actual documents where they themselves say, this is why we're doing what we're doing, ever in the United States of America. Declaration of the immediate causes which induce and justify the secession of the state of Mississippi from the federal union. And oh, by the way, just to let you know, they're written by Democrats. In the momentous step which our state has taken of dissolving its connection with this government of which we so long formed a part, it is but just that we should declare the prominent reasons which have induced our course. 1, our position is thoroughly identified with the institution of slavery, the greatest material interest of the world. There was no choice left us but submission to the mandates of abolition or a dissolution of the Union, and the Republican Party refuses the admission of new slave states into the Union and seeks to extinguish it by confining it within its present limits, denying the power of expansion. And it goes on. There's many more grievances in there. There are 4 documents of secession. I included 2 in my book, just so that everybody could see them, because I realized that nobody had ever read them or seen them ever before. I put 2 in my book because I want you to see them. And by the way, it's not me saying this. It's those Democrats.